Is the water source for our animals out here in the park. But not only is it water for our animals, it's also home to quite a few bonus animals. I'm already seeing a few ducks out on the water. We also have plenty of Canada geese that will fly into the area. And on really warm days, I do like to be on the lookout for turtles and frogs. They're always really fun to spot on the water. And even in natural behaviors. And that is a bull bison that we are seeing out to our left-hand side. It is very typical behavior to see the males apart from the females outside of breeding season. But we're actually getting into breeding season. So we'll see if maybe he's walking towards the rest of the herd. But when they are apart, they don't have to compete for any of the same resources. He can get as much food and water as he needs. He can find a nice bit of shelter, get some sleep, and then he'll join the herd a little bit later. But he definitely looks like he is on the move. See where he's going? Now, out on really hot days like today, he's probably making his way over to a forested area to find a nice bit of shade underneath the trees.
How old is he?
He is pretty darn impressive. Bison are the largest land mammals here in North America. The males can get up to 3,000 pounds.
Wow.
He has a big
Is it
nose.
now?
This is
He
coming
has
our
a
way.
big nose, Daddy.
It's coming to us.
He has a big nose.
It has a big nose, big horn, big hair.
And
We'll
lots
see where he ends up once we get on the other side of
What
this
is under
habitat.
his face?
Once we've
What
gone
is
through the
that
forest, we'll see if we can still spot him or if he's made his way underneath the trees.
That looks like a deer.
Look at the beard.
Yeah.
It's got
No, Aiden.
To get a little bit further.
I
take
saw
a look
them
at that
on
big
Blazing Monster
orange
Machine.
lid
Yeah, look
in
at
the
the
back
animal.
next to
I
Mom
saw
that's
them
standing
on
up.
Blazing Monster Machine. Mom, I saw those on Blazing.
Yes.
Oh, how cute.
Dad, I saw those on
Okay, look at the
Blazing
whole
Monster Machine.
family in there.
Standing up.
What's the
Bighorn sheep typically found out in the grasslands, but you'll notice they're so close to the edge of the grasslands. Still to keep an eye out for any predators. They have 8 times better vision than we have ourselves. So it's like having binoculars on their heads at all times. You'll notice how they're laying down as well, keeping a lookout in all different directions. So very typical to be.
You don't have that?
Three more animals.
Oh, that's a lot.
He must have just moved over there. We didn't see him when we first passed the lake. We're getting nice and close to the herd.
Like water.
Mine just stayed cool.
They have the right idea cooling off in that water.
And the
Now,
dog.
like I said, we are getting into the rut season, so if we see any shenanigans, I'm sorry about that. I will keep it PG, but I cannot promise the animals will. Now, there used to be an estimated 60 million bison that roamed the North American plains. There were so many that they could stop trains in their tracks. However, after the Civil War, they were hunted to near extinction. Only a couple hundred survived, and luckily they did have a safe space in Yellowstone National Park where they could not be hunted within those park boundaries. Once they were recognized for their ecological need of being a keystone species, protections were put into place. And today there's an estimated 500,000 bison. They can still be found in and around Yellowstone National Park in production herds, as well as conservation herds like our own. And we do have 7 bison calves this year, and they are just the cutest things ever.
Mom, I think that
I love how
island
they're
over there
orange
with
in
lots
color,
of
but they're
rocks
starting to get their
and
adult brown fur. They grow up so
See all the
fast.
ducks? Look up in that hill behind you.
Right idea, cooling off in the water.
See, Karen? Is your mom? She's got cookies this time. Mom has some. Look, you see 'em?
Now, our Roosevelt elk story to the bison in which they were overhunted to near extinction. But I'll give you one guess who the president was at the time this was happening. It was President Theodore Roosevelt, you are right. And he was an avid hunter himself. Oh, and there is the black-tailed deer off to our left. President Roosevelt, he was an avid hunter himself. However, he had a great appreciation for the species. He didn't want to see them go away. So he, with the help of others, created Mount Olympus National Monument, which we now know well as the Roosevelt elk. Is that they're roughly around the same size. However, those Roosevelt elk outweigh the caribou by over 500 pounds. And we'll see if we can spot more woodland caribou. Ones that have those smaller, skinnier antlers, those are actually females. And we'll see those calves laying down to our left-hand side. They have sort of a yellowish color to them, but again, they're shedding that yellow color, getting that darker adult fur. They grow up so fast. And we do have quite a few
Baby.
caribou
Oh, they had a
actually
couple
waiting for us at the
babies.
gates at Tour Station. Now, these caribou do get a lot close to the tram. So we're just going to make sure that as I am pulling up, everything does stay inside the tram for the safety of the animals and yourself. As I mentioned before, that velvet on their antlers, yes, I know it looks so soft to touch, but if we do actually reach out to them, it could hurt the animals. And we don't want to hurt our most endangered species.